let's have it. What is it all about? We want to get home, mate.
If you'll all keep quiet for a moment, I'll explain.
Well, it's all in
Hold up there! Silence! The Fiora wants to speak.
Let's have a bit of respect, shall we?
Well, Hitler won't mind. He's dead.
Twit. The company have decided to remove the basic causes of delays on the buses.
Marvellous. We're not going to carry any more passengers.
No, I tell you what, they're going to get rid of him.
Twit. The company, in their infinite wisdom, have decided that each bus will have two-way radio installed in its cab.
Well, what's that got to do with us conductors, then?
Well, if anything happens to the driver, the conductor will still be there to get through to the base, won't he? Right. And the first bus to have one installed will be your number 11, the bus to the cemetery gates.
Well, why pick on us, then?
Because a time and motion survey has shown it to be the slowest and most unpunctual in the old town, that's why.
Oh, blimey, mate. You should see the traffic from the High Street to the cemetery gates. It's packed, mate.
It's got nothing to do with it. The survey shows that the hearses are getting there before you.
Blimey, mate, they don't have to stop to pick up passengers.
Well, only one, and he couldn't care less where he's going.
Listen to this, will you? Each bus will be fitted with a two-way radio receiver like this. Thank you, Miss Woodall. Now then, there will be a central control in my office there, manned by Miss Woodall, who will serve directly under me.
What?
Now, this is the basic two-way receiver. You have to learn the controls. That is the on position, that is the off. That's known as the on-off button, right?
I'm glad you told us that, otherwise we wouldn't have known.
Now then, when you hear me call... You will acknowledge by lifting up the microphone here and pressing the button on the left there like that. So, right? Now, before you can use this apparatus, you have to learn a code to identify yourself.
Well, what code's that, then?
Just a moment, Miss Woodall, thank you. Now then, this code here is used to avoid any confusion whatsoever over the air. A for Abel, B for Bertie, C for Charlie.
As far as I'm concerned, C only stands for one thing.
What's that?
Crumpet.
G for Georgie, H for Hotel, I for Idol, that's you two.
Ah, shut your face.
J for Juliet.
J for Juliet, K for Katie,
Oh,
L for
Stan.
Love.
Do you have to go on repeating those words over and over again?
Mind you, I find it a lot more stimulating than his usual conversation.
Well, I don't know why he has to learn them all.
I've told you before, Mum, we're having radio control in the cabs and I've got to learn this code. Oh, for instance, you don't understand it, do you?
No.
If I was referring to Olive, I'd call her Oscar.
Well, I don't think that's very nice. Calling Olive Oscar.
I don't know. I think it suits her rather well.
Look, you haven't got it at all, have you?
No.
Look, her name's Olive and it's spelled O-L-I-V-E, right?
Right.
So, in the code I'd say Oscar, Love, Idol, Victor, Easy.
Eh?
Sounds most appropriate.
Oh, shut up. What would Arthur be?
Do you really want me to tell you?
Stan?
Now, let me see then. A-R-T-H. Now, he would be, Abel, Romeo.
Him? Abel Romeo? That's a laugh for a start.
Yeah, well, it's rather difficult being a Romeo when you happen to be married to a woman who happens to be an Oscar.
Ah, Mum, Stan, love, eat up your stew. It's getting all cold.
Anyway, I think the whole thing is rather childish. Busman's code? I mean, why don't you just learn to speak the message properly?
Because it could easily be misunderstood. I mean, if I had to report a bad fog, I would say, here we are, don't say, Bertie Abel Delta, ready Oscar, Golgi Yo-Yo, and that makes it clear.
What a lot of rot you do talk. I didn't catch a single word of that.
No, well, shut up. Well, let me get on with it. Here we are. Now then, R for Romeo, S for sugar, T for, I can't see that here.
T for tomato.
Tomato. Can't remember tomato, innit?
Tomato ketchup, mate. You also got a bit of G for gravy and S for stew.
Yeah, well, what does all that mean, then?
He's a messy eater.
Shut your face. Oh, wait a minute.
Try on me.
It's T for Tango, that's it. I knew it wasn't tomato. T for Tango. Now, I'm going to practice on you now, Mum.
Righto, love,
Now, I'm going to ask for...
Yeah.
Mum, would you mind passing me the Romeo Oscar Love Loves?
Hey?
You ain't got it, see?
No.
Have you?
No.
Romeo, Oscar, love, loves. That's the roles.
Oh, well, I don't think that's decent. I'm not going into Baker's asking for that. Anyway, I don't see what difference this is going to make to the bus service.
Well, they couldn't be much worse than they are now. I mean, you stand there for an hour in a queue, then you get a dozen buses all following one behind the other.
Yeah, well, there's a reason for that, mate, and it's very technical.
Oh, what's that?
Well, the bloke in front's the only one who knows the way.
You may laugh, mate. You may laugh. I mean, you're the driver. You always get a seat, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, you're crammed in there in the rush hour. You're stacked together like cattle.
Oh, yes, he's right, love. Packed like sardines, it's not decent. Well, only the other day a man tried to pinch me.
Hey? You should have gone for him, Mark.
Oh, I did. He said he was fumbling for his change. Wasn't his change he was fumbling for?
That's quite right. There was a man on the number 9 bus. He kept touching me. He was after me, all right. I had witnesses.
You should have reported him. He could have got 3 months.
Well, for being after her, he'd have been found guilty but insane.
You should have complained to the conductor.
But he was a real nasty type. He put his hand down on the seat just as I was about to sit down, and I sat down on it. It was a terrible shock.
I bet it was. Must have broken his wrist.
Start on each other. Leave your brother alone.
Yeah, pick on someone your own size.
Oh, shut up, a lot of you. Let me learn this, will you? Right. F for Freddy, G for Georgie, H for hospital.
Blimey, mate.
What?
I don't know why you bother. I mean, why don't you learn yourself to speak properly?
Marstan speaks lovely.
Oh, don't talk wet. Your voice types you, mate. In this country, you can tell what a man is immediately he opens his mouth.
Oh, can you? Here, well, just a minute now. What about that lovely poem you recited at school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Wreck of the Hesperus.
Yes. My dear man, that word is Hesperus. I mean, how are you going to be understood over the radio if you continue to drop your H's?
You're a snob. That's what you are. I can speak proper if I want to.
All right. Repeat after me. Hunting hounds have hardly ever hearkened to handsome Harold's hunting horn.
It's a piece of cake, mate.
Go on, then. Go on.
Hunting hounds have hardly ever hearkened to handsome Harold's hunting horn. How about that, then?
There you are. What? You dropped an H on hardly.
But he picked it up on heather.
You shut up now. But whether you lot like it or not, I've got to learn this code, so belt up. A for Abel, B for Bertie, D for Delta, F for Oscar, O for Oscar. Hunting hounds have hardly ever hearkened to handsome Harold's hunting horn. Hunting hounds have hardly ever hearkened to handsome Harold's hunting horn. Handsome Harold's hunting horn.
Oi, who the hell's Handsome Harold?
No, I'm just brushing up on the code, mate. You know, we've got to get it right for our first radio trip, haven't we? Ah, it's a blooming nuisance, isn't it?
It's not, you know. We got company.
Have we? Who?
Yeah, Joyce and Edna, they're coming with us. Sort of training. They're thinking of issuing them with new equipment.
Well, I don't see why. Their old equipment looks good enough to me.
Here's 10. When we turn around at the cemetery gates, we'll have them to ourselves for 20 minutes. Hello, darling. Welcome aboard another Never Mind a Step now.
Jack, get aboard. I'll tell them we're leaving. Hurry up.
Here, mate, get your hand off that radio. The way you're acting, you'll probably blow a fuse.
Hello, Control here, calling Sugar Bertie 11. Are you receiving me? This is the final check before leaving. Over.
Hey, who's Sugar Bertie?
It's me. I'm Sugar Bertie. Sugar Bertie. SB stands for Stan Butler. Sugar Bertie, that's me.
Sugar Bertie? Oh, it does suit you, dear. Goes with the dimples.
Sugar Bertie, are you receiving me? Over.
Sugar Bertie to Control. Are ready to leave the depot. Over.
Sugar Bertie 11, why aren't you acknowledging me? Over.
I am acknowledging you. Over.
Sugar Bertie 11, why aren't you answering me?
Sugar Bertie 11 here, I'm answering you. Over.
Well, why aren't I receiving you then? Over.
Because you had the door shut. Over.
Oh, there's no time now. Sugar Bertie 11, you're clear. Over.
OK, Control. Here, just a minute, don't go yet. I just found out why it wasn't working.
What's that then?
I didn't have the switch pressed down. Look, I'll show you. Oi! Oh, that's it.
Right.
Here, darling.
Oh,
Cup
thank
tea.
you. Do you want one of my maroons?
No, thanks, love, not just now.
Right, I'll just get back to Control and tell Blake we've arrived at the cemetery gates. Right.
Here, Stan. Here. What? Tell him we won't be here for another 10 minutes.
What are you talking about? We're here.
Yeah, give us more time to chat up the birds, see?
You got your head screwed on, Sugar Bertie 11. Sugar Bertie 11 to Control, over.
Miss Woodall. Thank you. Hello? Control here. Come in, Sugar Bertie. Where are you? What is your position?
We're stuck in the traffic jam at Acker Street, and we won't be at the cemetery gates for another 20 minutes. Over.
Message received, Sugar Bertie. Over. See? The system works. I know exactly where they are. This'll keep me in order. Message received 11:42, Miss Woodall. Right. Hello, Sugar Bertie. Proceed to the cemetery gates.
Wait there for 7 minutes. When you are ready to leave, call me back. Over.
It worked a treat.
Yeah, look, I've been chatting up Joyce, so it is all yours. You lucky beast, she fancies you.
Yeah, you sure? You
Yeah,
sure?
yeah. Look, you take her off somewhere and I'll get in a bus with my bit.
Ron! Blimey, you've got all the bus. This is a cemetery, you know. What am I supposed to do? Snog her up against one of the tombstones?
Listen, mate, the inside of the bus is my pitch. You've got the cab.
What can I do inside a cab?
Well, use your imagination. Yeah, well, we've just been on to Blakey. There's no hurry.
Edna, love.
Yeah?
We got another 10 minutes, and I thought, like, you'd come in. I'll show you how to work the radio in the cab, like, if you like.
Yeah, all right then. Coming, Joyce?
You're joking. I think I'll stay here. I'll go inside with Jack.
Go on, love.
Yeah, well, I'll take off my ticket machine then.
You'll have to get inside, love, you see, because I can't show you outside.
Oh, all right then. Give us a hand up.
Right, love. Oh, excuse fingers. I'll have to get inside, darling, because it's a bit...
Really squeezing it.
Oh, look at that, the door's shut behind me.
You've never been in a driving seat before?
No, I've never had a passenger before, tell you the truth.
Here, hold on, Stan. You're squashing me.
Yeah, well, I can't help it, darling, because it's only... Oh, look, I tell you what. Look, put your arm round there. See what I mean? More room for us then, you see.
What's that hissing noise?
Well, that's the radio. It's got to be kept on all the time, you see.
Do you mean he can hear everything we're saying?
No. He can get through to us any time he likes, but you see, he can't hear me until I press the switch on the microphone.
Oh, yeah.
About time I checked to see whether that number 11 got the cemetery gates yet. Thank you. Marvellous, this system, you know, Miss Woodall. I can check on them any time I like. I thought of this, you know. Hello? Control here, calling Sugar Bertie 11.
Are you receiving me? Where are you? What is your position? Are you receiving me?
Lovely.
Sugar Bertie 11. Are you there yet? Over.
Not yet. I don't work that fast.
Oh, Stan!
Sugar Bertie.
Are you sure he can't hear us?
I can't. Of course he can't, darling. Not until I put the switch down on the microphone. I've got to show you how it works anyway. Look, here we go, look. Now, I've got it like this, you see. Right, that's it. Press the button down like this. Watch now, then. Sugar Bertie 11 to Control. Over.
Sugar Bertie 11, Control here. Listen, Bertie, you keep in closer contact, you understand? Over.
Yeah, the closer the better. We've arrived at the cemetery gates. Oh, don't.
just a bit of local interference.
That's very funny. None of the other busmen have had any of that.
You're not having my luck. Over and out.
Here, are you positive he can't hear?
Oh, how many more times I've got to tell you, darling? Of course you can't. Not until you put the switch down. Now, look, sweetheart, we've only got another 7 minutes. Hey? Oh, come on. Oh, I'm all for this radio control, you know. Now, this is what I call radio.
Hello? Hello? That was Butler's voice. Hello? Are you receiving me? Are you receiving me? Over.
You know, you see, you get lonely in a cab, you know. And you know something? Fancied you. The first time I saw you in the depot, I fancied you. And you were lovely eyes. You have really, and because you're different, you see. Yeah. I bet you've got a lot of boyfriends, ain't you?
Going mad.
Oh, Stan, keep over talking. Give us another kiss.
Is it a woman with him? You take over, John. I'll take that on the road. I'll pick up that bus on the way back.
Come on then, break it up.
Ah, bloody, what's the matter now?
Ah, there's some passengers want to get on.
Oh, isn't it marvellous, eh? If it wasn't for the passengers, this would be a decent sort of a job. Come on, love.
Here, Stan, can you get any music on that radio of yours?
Yeah, of course you can't.
Oh, yes, you can. A bloke at the depot showed me how to do it. You got a nail file, dog?
We can do it.
It's quite easy. All you do, shove it in the back there, take it out of
Hey,
it.
listen, mate, I'm responsible for that,
That's
you
all
know.
right. Show me how to
Well,
do
don't
it.
mess about.
Delta Tango 14, are you receiving me? Delta Tango 14, are you receiving me? Over.
Hey, that must be one of our blokes on the 14 route.
Tango 14, are you receiving me?
Love, he's got his lardy dog voice, hasn't he? Let's see if we can chat with him.
Yeah.
Sugar Birdie 11 here. Are you receiving me, number 14? Over.
Delta Tango 14, we are going to Chicago via London, New York, and Boston. Over.
Sugar Birdie to Tango. If you take my advice, mate, you go to the gasworks behind the high street. Otherwise, Blake will be after you.
Tango 14, will you get off my wavelength, please? Otherwise, I report you to Central Control. Over.
Cheeky devil, go on, give him a mouthful.
Yeah. Sugar Tango here. You can go and get Sugar Tango, Uncle Freddy, Easy Delta.
Delta Tango 14, what code are you using? Over.
The busman's code, of course. Over.
Delta Tango 14. Delta Tango 14. Where are you? What is your height? What is your height? We better keep clear of it. What is your height? Over.
5'2" in me socks. What's yours?
Delta Tango 14, will you get off my wavelength? I'm coming in for my final approach.
Final approach? Blimey, that's not a bus, that's a plane.
Don't be dark. Can't get aeroplanes on here.
Look, he's up there, look, mate. Look.
God, blimey, he is too. Look at him low, look at him. Hey, look, that's what the Delta Tango is, you see. DT on his wings, see?
That's right.
Quick, get this back to normal.
Yeah,
Before I get shot.
Okay.
Sugar Birdie 11, are you receiving me? Please acknowledge. Over.
That's it.
Yeah, I'll twiddle it and get her better than that.
Oh, no, you won't, mate. Blimey, first you get aeroplanes, the next you'll have the police, the ambulance, and the lifeboat from Beachy Head. Get going.
Come on in.
Hang about. I'm going to have a word with your driver. Butler?
What?
What do you mean by sending out them filthy messages over the radio? It's not a tie, you know.
What are you talking about? Yeah. Ah, blimey, I was only joking.
Joking? You said I had nice eyes.
Well, if I said that, mate, I must have been joking.
You also said you fancied me. I'm reporting you for that, Butler. No busman's ever said anything like that to me before.
You must be using the wrong sort of soap.
Central Control, calling Sugar Birdie 11.
Sugar Birdie 11, over.
There's a burst water main in Market Street. Please divert to avoid hold-up.
Well, did you hear that, Blakey?
You got any passengers on board?
Nah, slung them off at last stop.
Right, turn left into Ackley Street and get a move on.
Hang on. I don't know that district very well. I'm not getting a move on. I'm taking it easy.
Never mind about taking it easy or running late as it is. You get a move on. I'm getting on the back to see you do.
All right, then, that's the way you want it, mate. All right, then, that's it, then.
Jack, you all right, mate? You all right? Oh, what do you want to go and do that for? You gosh, you nearly killed us.
Blimey, you can talk, mate. I nearly went through the windscreen.
Yeah, well, what about me? I was thrown to the ground.
Oh, blimey, at least you fell on something soft.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, anyway, to argue in a toss like this. Where's Blakey?
Oh, he's all right. He's upstairs.
Upstairs? Have you seen this? Blakey, you all right? Oh, blimey, Blakey, I've got to be honest. That's the first time I've been glad to see you.
You did it on purpose, didn't you? You tried to kill me.
Don't blame me, mate. It was your idea to go round that way. I mean, this ain't a single-decker bus, you know.
It is now.
I'll get you for this, Butler. I'll never forget that as long as I live. I saw that arch coming at me. I just ducked down in the nick of time. Oh, well, thank God we got a radio on board anyway. Get in that cab. Get back to base, tell them we're marooned out here stuck under a bridge.
It's a good idea, but there's only one thing wrong with that.
What?
Radios don't work under a bridge.
How'd you get on, Stan? What did the manager say?
Well, what could he say? I mean, it was Blakey's idea I went round that way, so I told him it was an act of God.
Well, I see they've taken the radios out of the buses, then.
Yeah. Mind you, the damage, God, blimey, it cost a bit. Cost about 10,000 quid.
Don't be daft, mate. I mean, a whole new bus only cost 3,000.
Oh, I see you haven't got the message, have you? Well, you see, our bus was stuck under that bridge harder than I thought.
Oh, yeah? What do you mean?
Well, when they took the bus away, the bridge fell down.